Ladies, stop walking around your sons butt ass naked. It is emotional incest, whether you want to believe it or not. Let's talk about it.
Oh, I'm mad because moms walk around the house. We came out of them. What the that's my mama. She can be naked if she wants to. It's her house. What the
Let's not be delusional. Let's not be stupid. Just because a woman is walking around the house with her titties out in her house, around her kids, around the people that came out of her goddamn body, around the same people that she fed with those same titties, with her bosom.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, why y'all women want to be butt ass naked in front of y'all kids so bad? Why y'all want to be naked around y'all kids so bad? Because, most of us fellas, like, we not about to even just walk around in our drawers around, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I just don't get why y'all ladies are in such a tizzy or trying to just normalize just being butt ass naked around y'all kids. See, guarantee ain't no man in a lot of y'all houses. Guarantee y'all a lot of boy moms. And we know how them boy moms be. Just saying. Just saying. And a lot of y'all think that these women can't be weird, bro. These women are weird. And we see it coming out in these schools with these little boys. A lot of these women are weird. And if you would look at a father walking around his house with balls swinging around his little daughters, hell, even his sons, y'all would side eye that shit. But a mom walking around with her fucking tits flapping, fucking ass clapping, cooch airing out, that's normal. That's acceptable. You don't side eye that. Y'all justify it. All right, y'all gonna stop giving these weird ass bitches a pass in the name of feminism and shit. All right, okay.
The naked mom conversation is very funny because everybody feels differently about it. Me personally, my mama never did that, thank God. I had brothers. Why would you be walking around naked in front of your kids? That don't even make no sense. If a man shouldn't do it, then a woman shouldn't do it either. And that's the end of the story, really. If you think it's inappropriate for a man to be walking around with his wiggle dacker just waggling around, then why in the world are you walking around naked too in front of your kids? Just intentionally walking around that house butt naked for no reason. You sitting over there traumatizing them kids. I'm looking at some of y'all pictures and I'm thinking to myself, you got that body walking around the house naked and them kids got to see that body walking around naked? Ew. I know you traumatizing them kids. I seen a lot of y'all talking about y'all mama walking around naked taught y'all freedom with y'all body. Well, maybe that's why it's so easy for you to drop them draws for dudes all the time, all right? Because they taught you so much freedom with your body, you don't know boundaries no more. And that's the reason why you always run around throwing that cat at everybody because you don't mind taking them clothes off quick. When you start blurring lines with kids and you don't make boundaries clear on things that are appropriate and not appropriate, you make stuff confusing. My mom and my daddy made it very clear that nobody should be seeing me without my clothes on. Nobody should touch certain parts of my body. That was a clear boundary set, right? So it was understood that should never happen. So if I was ever put in a situation where an adult was taking their clothes off around me, I knew that that's not right because I've already been taught that adults are not supposed to take their clothes off around me. They shouldn't be trying to have my clothes taken off. A kid not fully understanding nakedness, it opens the door for predators to be able to take advantage of that. Because at that point, a lot of kids don't really know where to draw the line because you blurred it too much with what's appropriate and not appropriate. When you can explain to me why it's so important for you to walk around the house naked, then I'll be willing to understand the conversation and entertain the discussion. But until then, it's weird. It's very weird, strange behavior. And this is another reason we can add to the list as to why y'all don't need to be having no slumber parties or people sleeping over y'all house with y'all kids.
What are you guys' thoughts on naked moms? That is a discussion that is currently going viral on TikTok. Very freaking interesting because I was watching a YouTuber like a few months ago that said that they were a naked mom. You know when someone's saying something that's like disturbing or even like abusive, but they don't know that it's that, and it's like so normalized, like dysfunction is so normal in their life, they don't realize what they just said.
Shit like that. My mom taught me how to kiss when I was younger.
What did she tell you to do?
She told me how to tongue kiss when I was younger.
Like, what's the instructions?
It wasn't no instructions. She showed me with her mouth. Like she
kissed you?
It's my mother.
Nah, I'm just.
And I'm like, no, that's not okay. So we're gonna talk about naked moms, and I'm gonna give my thoughts. Okay, my thoughts seem to really bother people, but anyways, what does Blunt Girly think about naked moms? I am 1000% against women walking around the house naked, and I really want to talk about this. I feel like a lot of single mothers tend to do this because I notice that when there is no man in the home, women act up and they cut up, okay?
I'ma join the naked mom talk. Baby, I grew up in something better. It was called a naked household. It was called divorced single mom of 2 daughters. You know what that means? No men. You know what that means? Walk around naked, walk around Winnie the Pooh. Apparently Winnie the Pooh means wearing a t-shirt, wearing underwears. Bro, and then I moved in with my grandma. I thought my grandma was on the same type of time we was on. But no, because my grandma had a husband and sons. I took my clothes off, ready to get in the shower, chilling, cooling, whatever. She's like, oh my God, put your clothes on. I was like, what's the problem? We got the same parts. Because that's how I was raised. You got the same parts. Free ball. Bing. And she was traumatized. And she got traumatized a couple more times and then she got used to it. But you also want to know what messed up the feng shui in the household? When me and my sister started dating people. And then, I remember one time my sister's boyfriend was over for OD long. And I was like to my mom, yo, when is he going home? Can you tell him, go to your family's house or something? Because, I'm trying to Winnie the Pooh or trying to be a little naked, run from the bathroom to my bedroom, without worrying about putting clothes on. My mom's like, oh my God, I know. I want him to go home too because I want to do the same thing. You just get, so used to the luxury of a naked household. It's, the best thing. I don't want to hear no naked household, naked mom shame.
If you talk to social workers that are in shelters, a lot of them have said that children are in more danger when they're with the mother only rather than being with the father. They're in more danger. And we talked about the stats that support this as well. Children are in danger around single mothers. But in this video, this is just one of the many reasons that supports that claim. I noticed with single mothers, when you take the man out of the home, it's free range to do whatever. That's why a lot of Black women, they have stories of their mother calling them the B word, calling them, out their name, calling them a 304 for no reason. It's no order, structure, and discipline when the man is out of the home. And so one of the things that is popular amongst single mothers is the naked thing, okay? A lot of single mothers, yes, they are walking around as we speak right now. This is a thing, and I'm so happy people are talking about it. They are walking around in their home naked around their kids because there is no one surveillancing the home. The reality is, people act different when there's no one there holding them accountable. This is why evil people love to isolate their victims. It's no one else to see the dysfunction that goes on. And I think that there is some correlation with what I just said in pertains to the conversation of, moms just walking around, just knockers slinging from left to right around the house. Cat air all stinking up the house. This is one of the many dysfunctions that goes on with single mothers that we are going to slowly expose on my channel. I don't believe that only one parent can properly raise kids. No, there needs to be multiple eyes. I mean, all of the stats show children do horrible when raised by single mothers. This dysfunction is one of the many examples of why they're doing horrible, why they're growing up with mental illnesses and just acting strange and being a menace to society. All of the naked mothers are going to argue down that them walking around the house with their big old grandma behind, switching around the house, they're going to say that that's normal, but it's not. And as a matter of fact, most naked moms that I know, they have always came across as weird to me. It doesn't shock me that they were doing that, being, naked around their kids, because these ladies would have other weird behavior with their kids. Like a lot of, the son husband thing, a lot of women, woo! It's a taboo topic, but it's so common. The amount of women that I meet and I'm like, you're in love with your son. Like, I can totally see it. It's all over your face. You hate every girl immediately that he brings around. You are sabotaging all of his relationships. You're extremely way too clingy with your son. Like, it's so obvious when a woman is in love with her son in that way.
Guarantee ain't no man in a lot of y'all houses. Guarantee y'all a lot of boy moms. And we know how them boy moms be. Just saying.
All the people that grew up with a mom that walked around the house naked, they are now adults on TikTok. Because this used to be a popular thing for some reason back in the 90s and 2000s and so on. Oh, I know why. That's because that is exactly when the new age feminism, the radicalness started to really take off. Oh, we don't need no man. We independent. Kick the man out the home. EBT and welfare benefits. Yeah, all that nonsense. So again, that's the root of it. Okay, that's why this naked mom thing in America, mainly in black communities, to be honest, because that's where the single mom issue, yeah, there's a lot of correlations there. But that's why this really started popping off in the 90s and 2000s. And the kids are now grown and they're traumatized. These people that had naked moms are now on TikTok all coming out and saying that they hated seeing their mother naked. They thought it was weird. It was disgusting.
I had a naked mother and I hated it. Maybe it's okay to understand that walking around in front of your children completely naked is inappropriate, but put on some fucking clothes.
Thank you. I've been seeing the discourse going around and people are like, oh, you know, me and my mother were just that close that, you know, she was naked around me and I had a naked mother. And that shit was weird to me. She did that shit all the way up until I finally got kicked out at 20. I remember one time when I was in middle school, me and my little sister were so miserable with our mother that we had basically like created a list and a whole like plan to go and stay with my sister's father. And one of the things that we put on the list of a thing that we wouldn't have to deal with anymore if we went to go stay with my sister's father was my mother being naked. Because it made us both uncomfortable even back then. My mother, when she saw that, got so fucking mad at us and she was like, y'all are making it seem like I'm just walking out here and just exposing myself to you guys. Like I'm just making you look at me. You're not making us look at you, but you're naked. Her whole thing would be, well, this is my house and I want to be comfortable in my own house. But then if I walked out of my bedroom in a pair of shorts that she thought was too short and it's literally just us at the house, she would make me go change. And I had clothes on. And if she like came into my bedroom in the middle of the night, because sometimes she would do that randomly, and pulled my covers and saw that I didn't have any pants on because I didn't like sleeping with pants on, she would get mad at me and ask me if I was doing something suspicious because I didn't have pants on in my bed, asleep in my bedroom. But she would walk around totally naked and she could do that. It made us uncomfortable. It was weird. I did not like it.
And you know, there's some people on TikTok that are arguing against it and saying, why are you, you know, sexualizing a woman's body? Oh, you came out of me. We know that we came out of you, but that doesn't mean we need to see you. First of all, we don't remember coming out of your cat. Like, we don't remember that, right? So that's not a valid argument. We started from our dad's sperm. So does that mean we should see the area that we came from every day? No. Use your head. I just feel like walking around the house naked around your kids, it's distasteful. It lacks decorum. A lot of the trifling mothers that do this, they were on TikTok arguing, well, my child never gives me any space. My child comes storming in when I'm taking a shower. Okay, that's your child. You know you can mold a child, right?
While we on the topic of naked moms, I just want to say this. Because people who don't got no kids will never understand certain stuff. These the same kids that will come in the bathroom while I'm in the shower, reach in the shower, hand me a Capri Sun and say, open it.
I don't understand parents that complain about what they created. You can mold your child to be whatever you want the child to be. Like, at least while they're young. So train your child to not do that. Set boundaries. Put some clothes on around the house. Like, you sound crazy.
My mama was a naked mama. She used to walk around the house naked all the time. That's not child SA or inappropriateness or whatever y'all on here talking about. My mama trying to take a bath, minding her business, get some privacy. Here we go. 3 kids in her face. Mom, while this lady trying to take a bath. Mind you, she in her room laying down, in her room, in the privacy of her room, naked. And here we come. Mom. So how the fuck is that
child essay or inappropriate.
This naked mom debate is so funny to me because when you have kids, you don't have the privacy to be naked anymore. You don't have privacy to be naked. I can be in my own bedroom naked and chilling, and they will bust in there like they paid the rent last month because they need something, they got a question, or they want something. Have you ever been in the shower and somebody snatches the curtain open because they want a snack? You be feeling like you in a slasher movie and you about to get got with. I never understood the phrase "I can't shit in peace" until I had kids, because they will walk, when they was toddlers, they would come in there and get in my lap, but now they will walk in there trying to have a conversation.
Yet again, here is another example as to why the statistics around how single mothers are raising their kids look crazy. Okay? What do you mean? That's literally your job. You have to parent your kid. Tell your kid, no, get out the room. Get out of here while I'm showering. You don't just throw your hands up and go, well, they're not listening. And basically you're you guys y'all are weird. You know what I mean? You're trying your hardest to defend your kids seeing you naked, and it's so weird to me. You are supposed to be a parent. The kid is not supposed to roll over the authority figure. No. Train that crotch monster of yours to respect your boundaries. Same behavior of you not teaching them to respect people's boundaries is the same behavior that leads them to be in jail for not respecting people's boundaries when they're a grown adult.
Why are you in here while I'm pooping? Why are you in here while I'm pooping?
Because I like to watch you.
Why?
Because I love you so much. Just want to give you a hug and a kiss.
But I'm pooping.
I like to watch you.
Why do you like to watch me?
Because I love you so much.
I love you too, but I'm going to the bathroom. Ever heard of privacy?
No.
You know, my strategy for talking to women, and I have a lot of women on my channel, is because I know how to talk to women. Women will not understand what you're saying unless you flip it. So imagine if a man said exactly what you said. He's letting his daughter see him in the shower. Oh, dun, dun, dun. And he uses the excuse while he's in court, because he will be in court if he tries that. Like, he's going to go to jail if he tries that. So he tells the officer, well, what? She keeps busting in my bathroom. She keeps busting in. Like, no, that's not acceptable. The child is what, 10? You are what, 36, 40? Children are not that hard to raise unless you're a horrible parent raising a monster.
If you have a naked mother, most of the times you might suffer from boundary setting. Yes, you thought it was okay, or it normalized you as, man or woman, to the point that you don't even hold boundaries to certain points, right? You just allow people to walk into the bathroom while you taking a shit and have no problem with it. Just continue the conversation. Okay? Your parents probably walked into your room, okay, while you were there with no explanation or no knock. You could have been butt ass naked, right? No privacy, no boundaries being set. And for those that are saying, oh, you don't understand because you're not even a parent yourself, or sometimes your kids just bust in the door and Kool-Aid packets need to be open while I'm in the shower, because you haven't set the standard of a boundary. That's just not normal, okay? You just haven't set boundaries, that's all. And you don't know how to set proper boundaries because your parents didn't respect your boundaries in the first place. Think about that. Yeah.
My mom, my aunt, and my grandmother are all naked women. And I've quite literally never cared. They were naked in front of all of us. Me, my brother, my cousins, boy or girls. They did not care. And because they didn't care, we didn't care. We didn't find anything weird about that because these are the women that were taking care of us.
Oh, it's just a body. Stop sexualizing it. Well, honey, the brain is going to do what the brain is going to do. We're in America. This is not some place in Africa where it's literally normalized to walk outside with your breast out. No. In America, we are trained to put clothes on. You can get arrested for indecent exposure if you go outside and you undress yourself. So therefore, we have sexualized the body. It is what it is. So therefore, when something is hidden, it becomes more alluring. It's more of a turn on. And you mothers that do this is how I know you guys are weird. Y'all literally will be like grown, way too big, like you're big. Put some clothes on. Like for me, it's so disgusting and disturbing because the boundaries that I have with my family, I don't play that. I don't even like coming around my family in tight clothes, showing cleavage, none of that. Okay, I dang near dress like a nun around my family. I even have my little brother on Snapchat, and I had posted like a photo on there the other day, and I made sure, sometimes in my photos I got my, my melons all out in the picture. But with my family on Snapchat, I'm not going to be posting pictures with my melons all out. The reality is, I'm tired of this, oh, we're just girls and I'm your mom. You don't know what you walking around the house naked could be doing to your kids. You're not in their brain.
Women should not be walking around in their bra and panties around their children, especially at a certain age. See, these kids are not babies and toddlers anymore, right? And I get some women do that when kids are smaller. But when you get older, at the end of the day, they're still males. So you don't know, even though that's your son, baby, you don't know what's going on in his head. He could be looking at you like, oh, I want my woman to look like my mama. I want my woman to have a butt like my mama, or a breast like my mama, or a figure like my mama. And I think that's weird. I think that's some weird ass shit. And at the end of the day, he's still a male. I feel like that as far as it being your son, as far as little girls or teenagers, or even if you're 2021 walking around with skimpy ass clothes on around their mama boyfriends or they daddy, because a real man gonna tell you, like, if that's your father, he gonna say go put some other shit on, baby, because your dad ain't even trying to see you like that. You doing too goddamn much.
Story time. I knew of this person that had a naked mom, and he was a boy, a young teenage boy. Maybe at this time he was maybe 11 or 13, somewhere around that age. And he grew up seeing his mom with her humongous chest walking around the house, very voluptuous behind. And you know what we found on his computer? Guess what type of porn he was looking at? Yeah. That weird stuff. That mommy stuff. That mommy son stuff. Many stories out there. You cannot just assume that your child is not going to look at you in that way. Like with all crappy parents, the mom, when she found out that her son was watching porn, fantasizing about her, she was flabbergasted. She couldn't believe it. She punished him. You punished what you created, low-key. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to put all the blame on the mom. I mean, that might be some mental illness issue, but there was some connections that can, explain. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to say this again. This is not some place in Africa. Nudity in general is not normalized in America. It is sexualized in America. And that's the reality. If I had kids, I would never want them to see my naked body outside of, me breastfeeding them as a baby. They don't even remember that. Human nature is probably designed that way for a reason. It's probably a reason we can't remember. So you can't use that as an excuse. Nobody remembers that. I don't remember being breastfed by my mom. I was 2. But children start to really remember things, I would say around 3 to 4. And that's like around the time where you get off the mom's boob, for the most part, for milk. And so that's around the time where you need to be putting on clothes. Switch the genders, no one would have any debates. If it was a man walking around the house naked around his kids, the kids would immediately be taken away. He would go to jail for being a PEDO. So I don't like how, oh, we're just girls and I'm just a mom and it's different. No, it's not. Stop being weird and put on some clothes around your kids.
Hey y'all, I'm a naked mom. I'm pretty much naked all the time. Second thing is, I'm always naked around my kids. Absolutely. And we naked around each other. My youngest don't wear clothes. This walk around in his drawers all the time, okay? My middle, he walk around in t-shirt and drawers because he a little more conservative, you know what I'm saying? And my oldest just wear pajamas and drawers. Like a pajama top and drawers. That's it. And this is how we walk around the house. You know why we walk around the house like that? Because who want to do all that mucking laundry? Not me, okay? I want to do that shit, and we in the house. Why the fuck you gotta go ahead and put on the 3-piece suit to be at home? So most of the moms that I know, especially the single moms that I know, don't wear fucking clothes. You know why? Because nobody is sexualizing their body. And ain't no fucking man in my house. And ain't nobody sexualizing me up in my shit. So I get to walk around butt booty ass naked. And it is fantastic. Let me assure you. And there's nothing sexual about it.
Like, if I ever were to have kids, my body is too nice to be walking around this house naked, breast slinging, butt jiggling. Like, that's weird. And even if your body isn't nice, some of you guys I've heard talk to people where they had a naked mom and it was disgusting because their mom body was not tea. Rolls all over the place, 400 pounds. Ugh. Just stinking up the house. Put that up. Put the melons up. Like, y'all are just too much. And then I gotta get called a pick-me because I don't agree with most of the things that women do. I just don't.
Hey y'all, I'm a naked mom. I'm pretty much naked all the time. You can ask anybody. When people come to my house, okay, so first of all, almost every last one of my friends have seen me naked. Every last one.
Most of my friends have came on to me sexually because you would be surprised how many women in America are attracted to women in that way because we're always naked around each other. There's some connections to that. Almost all of my friends that I've made as an adult have exhibited lesbo behavior towards me. Some came out and openly told me that they liked me and wanted to explore in the bedroom. Others, I can tell like they're romantically or attracted to me, and it seems like, they are touching themselves to me because as soon as we stop being friends, you're acting like a crazy ex-girlfriend. The amount of women that I meet that are bi, I feel like it's because we have normalized perversion. I feel like everyone is just, attracted to the same gender now. So yeah, I believe that all these women that I come across that treat me like I'm their boyfriend, they want to eat my cat, they grew up seeing women's naked body, their friends at sleepovers, their mom, we're just girls. And y'all would be surprised how many women became attracted to your sexy body. Okay? I attract both genders. One thing that I noticed, and maybe other people can vouch for me, women are very aggressive. Like, actually, believe it or not, I find men to be relatively respectful towards. From my experience, they know how to take no as an answer. But there was this one friend that I had. She would literally beg to eat me out. Beg. She would beg every time, she seen me or we got alone. And it was it was in an R-worded way. So yeah, some of them will try to overly cross that. We're girls boundary, and they're trying to eat your little cat. And they can't comprehend you as a girl saying no. And then I even heard, this made me even more disturbed. There were some men on TikTok defending naked moms, talking about, it's natural, it's normal. Okay, so is farting, but that's also inappropriate if you do that on a first date, right? I hate natural people. I'm starting to truly hate natural people. It's like all common sense leaves the room. There were some men coming out on TikTok, or there was one, and he said that he has, what's the problem? I have kids and I walk out in my towel and in my boxers.
Are we really having conversations about a naked mom? Because if we are, and y'all acting like it's so traumatic, I want you to know that I'm a part-time naked dad. When y'all see me post videos on this app in my drawers, y'all John, not in your drawers. I'm like, man, that's a lot of clothes. But I'm not walking around. I'm walking around in my drawers all day, right? So if you see me make a video, sometimes I just make a video. Like, y'all know I push out content. But like, if I need towels and there's no towels in our master bathroom, and I gotta walk across the house to the dryer because there's some in the dryer, yeah, meat slanging. I'm walking across there, and I'm not like, oh, the kid. No, I'm their father, bro. I'm their father. What are you talking about? I didn't see my mama yitties. It's your mom. You used to suck on them when you were a baby. You know what it is, bro? Y'all are so perverted. And I mean that. You people who are trying to make a naked mom be like some traumatic craziness.
I even talked to my friend, and they said that their brother was doing the same thing. Like, their brother had kids, and he was walking around the house just in like underwear or something like that around their children, their daughters. I think he stopped doing that because all of the family members were urging him to stop. And this is why it's important to have extra eyes on you and ears when you're raising kids. So he stopped that, I believe, from what I heard. One thing that I am so grateful for, and I've seen some people say this in the comments under this discussion, I am so happy that my dad was normal. The amount of stories that I hear from people that have weird parents, I am so happy I can't tell you what my father looks like in boxers. I am so happy I don't know what the print is giving. And even me saying that just makes me want to throw up. Like, what? He did not play that at all. I've only ever seen my dad in clothes. I don't want to, like, even talking about this makes my skin crawl. Like, I don't want to see that. No one wants to see your junk. That's weird. And I'm so glad that I don't have, like, my dad was a great dad. He was never on some weird stuff. He's never really given me any trauma. So, I was just using empathy, and I was like, oh my God, can you imagine if my dad walked around naked with his things slanging? Lord have mercy. I would need a therapist. Please stop traumatizing your kids.
My mama was a naked mama. She used to walk around the house naked all the time. That's not child SA or inappropriateness or whatever y'all on here talking about. Mind you, this is her house. We're in her mother's house. Mind you. Then
I'm seeing everybody defend this, and I have to just say one more thing. I am so tired of this is my house, so I get to verbally abuse you. This is my house, so I get to, no. If you don't act right, your children can get taken from the government. This is not your house, and your children don't 100% belong to you.
If she want to walk around her house with her titties hanging, that's her goddamn business in her mother's house where she pay her bills. 9 times out of 10, you was breastfed from that woman.
Oh, this is her house. She can walk around naked. So imagine if a man said that. This is my house. I can walk around naked around my daughters. Imagine if a man said that. Then we would understand what I'm saying. And that's actually the logic when you talk to PEDOs. That's their logic. It's my house. I own everything in this house, including you. That's their logic. That's why a lot of women get SA'd in their house. It's that very domineering power thing. You're repeating logic from PEDOs. Oh, this is my house. I pay the bills. That's literally how abusive parents think 101. So just anything flies because they pay the bills and it's their house. So yeah, usually with mothers that walk around their kids naked, they also display a series of dysfunctional behavior with their kids and how they're parenting their kids and raising their kids. Because it takes a certain type of mind to do this. Okay? And usually that's not a healthy one. So, you can always count on Blunt Girly to have the weird, uncomfortable, taboo conversations on my channel. The kids have spoken out. They don't want to see their mom naked. Put some clothes on. Okay, and for the end of the video, for the credits, I'm going to start reading emails that people are sending me, the mean girl, okay, at the end of my video. Let's take a look. So my subscriber said, thank you for your perspective with the heart emoji. Hey Blunt Girly, I just wanted to start by saying how grateful I am that I found your channel. This might sound parasocial, but I've genuinely learned so much from your videos. Before I start listening to your takes, I was a very extreme black and white thinker. It wasn't until one of your videos when you talked about extreme mindsets that something really clicked for me. It snapped me out of it. I understand now that most things in life aren't black and white and that so much exists in the gray. What's funny is that just a year ago, I was on the complete opposite extreme, projecting my ideals onto others without realizing it. Now I can actually identify that pattern when I see it, and I'm really grateful I've grown past it. I'm still pretty young, in my early 20s, and I know my brain isn't fully developed yet. I've noticed myself moving from one extreme to another over the years, but I finally feel centered, and that shift truly started with your content. It felt like a real epiphany. I also want to say I love your personality. You are funny, real, introspective, and analytical, and you carry yourself with so much class. I know that might sound parasocial, but I truly mean it. I genuinely wish I could be your friend. You are a true lady. Thank you so much for what you do. I hope you have a great day. Oh my God. This is so sweet. Again, when my subscribers write me emails, it literally makes my week, like my month actually. Like I remember every last one of them. And it's just so important for YouTubers to read because we deal with a lot, and this keeps me going. It keeps me pushing out content. I do want to say, a lot of my subscribers, like I feel like I have them walking on eggshells because they don't want to, I'm always ranting about like just women being too parasocial with me on YouTube, but that's in a bad way. As a YouTuber, and most YouTubers can relate to what I'm about to say, you will notice that your biggest fans, or the ones that love you the most, those will be the same ones that end up hating you the most. Okay, it's truly scary. So I did a lot of ranting about that in the past because of, my experiences. But I am a resilient person, and I was just in the moment, just ranting. But I've moved past that. I do not like to be some bitter woman. I had a few bad experiences. Now, it's ruined for the whole entire party now. Like, no, these people are not stopping the show, okay? It's not every woman's fault, just because sometimes that same love turns into hate. Hopefully the love stays as love, and we are good, Buki. We are good. We can be parasocial if it's in a good way. I don't mind being your homegirl in your head, because I would be a hypocrite if I said that there weren't some YouTubers that I felt that way towards. Like, we are totally friends in my head. You know what I mean? It's natural. It's normal. Just ignore me in the past when I was going on my rants about women being too parasocial with me. That was in a crazy stalker ex-girlfriend negative way. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to say that, because you're not the first one that has like kind of tiptoed around that, like, I don't know if I should, no, you're good. I really appreciate like your positivity, and this is so sweet, and thank you for the compliments. And I do not mind being your friend in your head, okay? Y'all are my friends in my head. So yeah, I love you. Thank you, Pookie. Mwah. Bye. If you want me to read your email at the end of my videos, go ahead and email me if you want. No pressure. All right, y'all. Bye.